Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Roundup on CBT News. Let's take a closer look at all the biggest stories that we've covered this past week, brought to you by Mia. A major geopolitical crisis is sending ripple effects through global energy and supply chains. Following U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran, traffic through the Strait of Hormuz nearly shut down after Iran warned vessels that passage was no longer allowed. Shipping traffic through the strait dropped about 70%, and several major carriers immediately suspended transit. That matters in automotive because the Strait of Hormuz handles roughly 20% of the world's daily oil supply and more than 1/5 of global LNG exports. Oil prices are already rising, and analysts say crude could climb past $80 or even $100 if disruption continues. For the auto industry, that means higher energy costs, rising prices for petrochemicals used in plastics and adhesives, and potential delays for global shipping routes. Even if the strait reopens quickly, analysts warn the financial aftershocks could linger across manufacturing and supply chains. Destination charges are climbing, and Detroit automakers are leading the pack. A new Consumer Reports analysis found that Ford, GM, and Stellantis trucks and SUVs occupy 9 of the top 10 spots for the highest destination fees in the industry. Destination fees have surged in recent years. Edmunds data shows the average fee has climbed from $952 in 2015 to about $1,592 in 2026. Consumer advocates argue those charges often exceed the real transportation costs and may be used by automakers to boost margins. And because the fee is standardized nationwide, customers pay the same charge whether the vehicle traveled hundreds of miles or just a few. 2 Volkswagen dealerships have filed a class action lawsuit accusing the automaker of breaching dealer agreements by allowing Scout Motors to sell electric vehicles directly to consumers online. The dealers argue that Scout, which Volkswagen acquired in 2021, is not truly independent and that its direct sales model bypasses franchise dealers entirely. According to the lawsuit, more than 150,000 customers have already placed reservations for Scout vehicles online. The plaintiffs claim this strategy could deprive dealers of revenue from vehicle sales, financing, service, and other customer relationships. The lawsuit is seeking damages and potentially an injunction that would halt direct-to-consumer Scout sales. Ford's U.S. sales slipped in February, and EVs were the biggest drag. The automaker reported 149,962 vehicles sold, down 5.5% year over year. EV sales plunged 71%, while hybrid sales dropped 22%. Meanwhile, traditional ICE vehicles held relatively steady. The company has already warned it expects EV-related losses to continue until at least 2029, underscoring the financial challenges automakers face in the transition to electrification. New vehicle sales slowed slightly in February, but the bigger story may be affordability. The industry posted a 15.8 million SAAR, down 1.4% year over year. Average monthly payments climbed to $811, about $32 higher than last year. To manage those payments, more buyers are stretching loans longer, with 84-month loans now accounting for nearly 13% of financed sales. That's all for this week's Roundup, but join me again first thing Monday morning on the Jumpstart to get the latest news hitting the automotive industry. And don't forget to follow us on your favorite social media platforms for more news and content throughout the day. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday morning.